Blackrock wants it all. The IRS wants to take it too. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Blacklist Universe. I am Mike Miller, and I don't even know why I'm starting to stream again. I think it's because my schedule's kind of lightened up, and I'll be honest, I like just kind of hanging out here and chatting with people. But let's you like my new frame? I did a wait, this one down here. This one. It's like a space age futuristic frame. I don't know that I'm in love with it, but I wanted to try something new, something interesting. But boy, oh boy, I haven't checked, but I mean, I haven't checked until just now. Earlier today, what time is it? It's an hour. It can't have been that long. It cannot have been that long. But here we go. Oh, darn it. My frame is covering up Bitcoin. All right, I'm going to turn the frame off. It's an experiment. All right. So we've got a little bit of a correction coming in for the Bitcoin after that crazy. Look at that pump on Aave. Woo, that was nuts. Really good pump on Bitcoin. Really good pump. Oh wow, not much of a correction here on Ethereum. We're still at 1894, and what's our 1946 was our peak days range. So we're still, yeah, ETH, man. It's the merge. The merge is coming. Why did it suddenly get hot in here? As soon as I start streaming, the temperature changed. The merge is coming. It's sort of a, I think it's a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of a scenario. So that's right. So we do have an update for those of you who are paying attention. Actually, you know what? Let me share this. View on YouTube. I have to get the link from YouTube in order to share it. How's my sound? Hold on. View on YouTube. Okay, my sound's good. My sound's good. Share, copy. Actually, let me post this to Facebook too. I know all the things I should have done before the show even began, and I'm doing it now. Doing it now. All right, let's go over to Twitter on influencers. At here, going live. All right, that's so people can be aware that I am up on the Facebook because it does not auto-populate. Remember when YouTube used to auto-populate your announcements like to Twitter and stuff? That was great. Why don't they do that anymore? So, whatever. The announcement. So not set in stone yet, but we're talking, Jordan and I were talking to the marketing guys and trying to nail down sort of a when to launch the crypto chads. And they were suggesting mid-September because of the merge, and I retorted early September. Early September, not because I want it faster. I want what's best for the Chad launch, right? As I just said, the merge, buy the rumor, sell the news. I don't think this ETH run is going to stop until the merge. And I think, I could be wrong. I'm gambling that I'm right in determining when we should launch the crypto chads, but I believe that if we launched after the merge, I think before that, we're going to be in something of a mini bull run. Again, I could be wrong. I could not know anything about anything. But I've seen so many cycles and instances of buying the rumor and selling the news that I really think we'll be in a little bull run right up until the merge. And then after the merge, when we really should start taking off, that's when there will be a crash. Not a crash, maybe a crash, who knows? But it'll be a dip. It'll be a sell the news scenario. I could be wrong. Please, not financial advice. But I think that would be the best time. early September to launch the crypto chads. And so, be that as it may, hopefully I'm right. And um, yeah, hopefully I'm right, and people get excited, and that'll be a good time. And yeah, let's go. Minds is a social media website. You need to buy Minds tokens to boost content on Minds. Oh, wait. There's an earlier Jeff Potts. Yeah, bought more ETH to deal with the gas cost so I could buy some Minds tokens. Well, apparently gas dropped or something, and now I have a lifetime supply of Minds tokens. Lovely. Yes, gas has really come down on ETH. Uh, of course, I didn't even check where we were right now, and obviously we're in a little correction, but look at that. We are still above, where's 40,000 on this here? 41, 40,000. So 40,000. We got above 40,000. It took a bit. Bang, bang, bang. We banged against that ceiling for a while and then broke through. Hopefully, like I did say yesterday, hopefully we'll come back down and retest 40K. Because if we retest, then we could get a nice little after that. You guys know I'm a long-term hodler, so I don't trade this stuff unless it's major paradigm shift kind of trading. Like I feel like the whole market's going to go into a bear, so I'll take out some positions, or I feel like we're at the bottom, so that's when I'm buying. Although my intention is always to buy and collect the stuff that I believe in. I try not to buy things that I just think are going to pump so that I can sell them. That's I don't think that helps anyone. DJ says, I heard BlackRock might be in trouble soon. They're bound to China, and Chinese banks did some shady lending. Really, DJ? Really? Because I was going to mention this article. BlackRock launches a Bitcoin trust. What it means for crypto and the stock. I'm not even going to bother reading the whole thing. I've heard this story a few times. It's BlackRock. They have like $4 quadrillion bagazillion dollars in assets and holdings, and if they Crypto Lark did a video on this, and he broke down the numbers. If all right, I'm gonna put my frame back up because I like my frame. If BlackRock were to attempt to buy, and now this couldn't happen because as soon as they start buying, the price would go up. But at prices today, if BlackRock could magically buy every Bitcoin that was on the market, that is not held in cold storage somewhere or lost forever, if they tried to buy every Bitcoin that was available to buy on the market today, all in one fell swoop, it would only be like 0.05% of their entire portfolio. So now consider a lot of financial advisors and investment bank places and stuff. They used to tell people to invest, have 1% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, right, or crypto. And now they're telling people 5% to 20%, if I recall correctly, 5 to 20% of their portfolio. This is suggestions from financial advisors. Put 5 to 20% of your portfolio in crypto. Why? Because cryptocurrency is the best performing asset in the history of mankind. Imagine BlackRock, whose portfolio could consume the entire Bitcoin market with 0.05% of that portfolio. Imagine if they determined that 1% of their portfolio should be in cryptocurrency. I couldn't even do the math if I tried. It would be 0.5 to, it would be a 200x. 0.5 to 5 would be a 10x. 0.5 to 0.05 to 0.5 would be a 10x. Then 0.5 to it'd be a 20x. It'd be a 20x. So Bitcoin, which is how much now? I just had it on the screen. Bitcoin, call it 20, 24, 20, 20x. That would be what, $200,000 $500,000 Bitcoin? Am I right? I think that's right. Right? 20 times 24, 500. Well, 4,800. I mean 400. I'm gonna stop talking now. Like this dude ain't Asian. He can't even do math. IRS. Oh my stars and garter. If BlackRock paid Eden all the money Mike owes her, it would be 0.5%. 0.05%. Oh my gosh, this is going around the internet. Major duties of an IRS agent. They just hired 87,000, or they didn't just hire. They just funded the hiring of 87,000 more IRS agents. Keep in mind, there are only 400 billionaires in America. So they're clearly not hiring 87,000 IRS agents just to go after 400 billionaires. They don't care about the rich. They don't care about the rich. They're coming after everyone. Anyways, adhere to the highest standards of conduct, especially in maintaining honesty and integrity. Sure. Work a minimum of 50 hours per week, which may include irregular hours. And be on call. Why does an IRS agent have to be on call 24/7? Who is doing their taxes at 4 o'clock in the morning? Well, I mean, my accountant, but that's not really. Including holidays and weekends. Come on. Maintain a level of fitness necessary. These are accountants. They're supposed to be accountants, right? This isn't the Gestapo. These are the bean counters. Maintain a level of fitness necessary to effectively respond to life-threatening situations on the job. What? What are we even talking about? Life threat. Well, I mean, I guess if you're going to somebody's house to tell them you owe them, $40,000, you could get shot. Carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary. Okay, this is not. I'm sorry, but I don't think this is right. I don't think this is what you should be doing as an IRS agent. It's like, is it going to be now CIA, FBI, IRS? There's going to be a new Blacklist show, but it takes place in the Internal Revenue Service Black Site Department. DJ Peterson says everyone now has their own personal armed IRS agent to audit them whenever they want. Yeah, do you remember in the good old days when the sheriff of Nottingham would send out tax collectors and rough up the young farmers in England to make sure they pay their fair share? Sounds like we need some Robin Hoods up in, not Robin Hood as in the Robin Hood app. Please don't. Force Ghost Fabio says, sounds like 1939 Germany. Boy, it's funny that we're getting there, isn't it? Be willing to and able to participate in arrests and execution of search. It's madness. It is madness. God darn it, I wanted to talk about this, but now I'm already thinking I'm so flighty in my brain. It's not that I have ADD. It's just something will flash on the screen that'll maybe that's ADD. I don't know. I need to change my background because I don't like this floating cloud background thing. Does this work? Oh yeah. All right, we'll do the Matrix. Kind of goes with the background, right? All right, back to comments. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna, let me take this off the screen real quick because I was in another discussion on Facebook with a friend of mine who is another professional comic book artist. I'm gonna not tell you who it is. You guys know if you follow my show who I'm constantly arguing with, but it was just so funny to me because he's trying to defend all the Mar-a-Lago attack on Trump, right? And so I just write this simple thing that that you will support the very establishment that you have railed against your entire adult life. And I've known this guy for years, decades. And so I know this is true. In order to do so, it's insane. And he responds, an entitled B word that's never had to work a hard day in his life and has zero care or understanding for the plight of the normal people. What he's good at is talking and telling people what they want to hear and occasionally tossing a bone to appease them. What he is a great manipulator, savvy con man who knows how to sell himself and is willing to say and do whatever to gain support from people, making them emotionally attached to him. He knows exactly what to say in certain types of individuals who lack or crave a daddy figure. He boasts his masculinity, he plays up his macho-ness, and projects this illusion that resonates with certain types. As you said, you are proud to be a base person, and that's exactly what he's able to resonate with. Not intellect, nor spiritually, nor emotionally, but reactionary, instinctive, materialistically, and primal. He plays on groups and tribal identity and exploits it. There's only what we want, and take what we win at any cost. That's the vibe. We win. That message is so damn embedded inside Trumpers that when they lose, they have to create this monstrous conspiracy in order to make some sense of the defeat. It can't be that there's a F ton of people out there that don't want him as leader. No, it has to be overarching mega corporations. It's the only logical possibility. It said, see that? You know you're defending the establishment just because you hate Trump. It has been said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But for you, it's the enemy of my enemy is mean tweets, bully, orange man bad. Sorry, this whole exchange just made me laugh so much. I childishly had to share it. And no, it's not that dude. Obviously, it's not that guy. He likes Trump. So it's not that I have ADD. It's that probably gets distracted. Yes, it's true. But oh my gosh, it's just you and Joe Bonita is going to be okay. Are you guys still friends? Yes, we're still friends. Joe hasn't blocked me. And Joe and Allie are always like, Joe will post something, debate me. Okay, so now you know it's Joe Bonita. Joe will always post something political to debate me. And if I miss it, if I miss the bait, Ali Garza is always there to write in the comments section. But what does, and then he tags me, what does Mike S. Miller think? So I'm pretty much on every single one. And then Joe, all of Joe's fan base, nearly I'd say 90+% of them, they're all lefty wokesters who they do the most irritating thing, and that's responding to something I say that is quite logical and rational with a smiley face, with a laughing emoji. I'll admit that does get under my skin because it's like, you're too stupid to understand what I'm saying, and therefore you're laughing. And it's like, can we have a conversation? And obviously with a lot of these people, you just can't have a conversation because they're so locked into their mindset. What would MSM do? Now they're going to do it more. They don't watch my show. There's only 12 in here. Go, Jeff, grab your lunch and then do whatever you got to. Maybe you should have lunch with like Costin today or something. I do have some time. And you know what this reminds me? I just I posted something on Facebook. It's me posting stuff on Facebook. And for those of you who may not be of the Christian persuasion, I will not apologize, but gosh darn it, so many freaking blobbity blah blahs. I did post this, and it may confront your personal beliefs, but feel free to change my mind. I put, if you don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in Jesus. Change my mind. And I got someone, who was it? Somebody asked, Jews believe in half of the Bible, but not in Jesus. How'd I do? And I said they should believe in the other half. And then my nephew, my dear beloved, I love him to death, nephew Justin, who is Jewish, put a crying emoji. And then so I started getting into a back and forth with him. But just using, Isaiah 53. And then I posted this video. I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen this video, but there's this great video, and I can't show the whole thing. But it's the forbidden chapter in the Hebrew Bible. And this young man, he's in Israel, he's speaking Hebrew. It's not Yiddish, right? It's Hebrew, right? To probably a half a dozen different Jews in Israel. And he's pointing out that there's a chapter that they don't talk about in synagogue, Isaiah 53. And why don't they talk about it? And then he has these guys all read Isaiah 53, and it describes how the Messiah, and everyone always agreed before Judaism rejected Christ, they always believed that Isaiah 53 was about the Messiah. And Isaiah 53, it's written that he will be a man who's despised and rejected by society. It was great because it was these guys, it was these Jewish guys and gals interpreting Isaiah 53, and they were saying it's written that he will be a man who is despised and rejected by society. So they got it. And then they're like, at the end of this, it's like, he took all the pain, all the suffering, and all the diseases upon himself. And in spite of that, they rejected him. Who's the they? Who's the they in this point, right? It's my nephew. By oppression and judgment. So, and then at the end, he's like, have you ever, can you think of anybody? He said, they all agreed. Yes, the Messiah was supposed to die, right? And like pay for our sins. But, they don't teach that in Judaism today. All the things that would happen to him. And he's like, yeah, it's no. Anybody come to mind? No. And he's like, how about Jesus? And then he spells it out. Jesus, who was prophesied to be born in Bethlehem, was born in Bethlehem. He suffered and died all these things in 33 AD. And then all of this stuff was supposed to happen before the temple was destroyed in 70 AD. This is all prophesied. And then I even, talking to my nephew, I was even I read all the way back in Genesis 10. It says that darn it, I want to read it word for word. La 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 la. Where did I put Genesis 10? Rule. La la la. Heritage? No, that's not where I put it. Anyways, it says that the scepter shall not pass, or shall not be taken from Judea until the Messiah comes. The wording is a little bit different, but it's about the Messiah. The scepter, the right to self-rule, will not depart from Judah until Messiah comes. In 6 AD, there's a thing in called the rule. What was it called? The rule of prefects, I believe it was called. Was administered by Rome, taking away Judea, in Judea, by the way, in Israel, taking away the sovereignty from the Jews in 6 AD. Wailing, sackcloth, ashes, tearing your clothes, They thought the scriptures were broken in 6 AD because Messiah had not come. And the scepter had passed. The right of self-governance had been taken from the Jews. That's why in the New Testament, when you read it, and people just gloss over this, right? In the New Testament, when you read it, they don't have the right to execute Jesus. Otherwise, they would have done it themselves, right? They don't have the right to govern it, to sovereign governance. The state, only Rome was allowed to execute people. That's not to say it didn't happen, but it was illegal. That's why the Sanhedrin wanted the Rome to crucify Christ. And this happened in 6 AD. The Jewish scribes, the Pharisees, Sadducees, Pekingese, whoever, they all thought that the scriptures had been broken. They lost faith because the scepter had been taken from Judea. But in a little town called Bethlehem, 6 AD, so I don't really know if he was 6 years old at the time. Roughly, a very young boy named Yeshua was learning carpentry from his father Joseph because Messiah had come. He hadn't entered his ministry for another 2 to 3 decades, but he was there. The scriptures was fulfilled, even though it wasn't in their eyes. They couldn't see it. I don't know. That's just the whole Bible. The whole. I don't like to even call it the Old Testament when I'm talking to you. All of Scripture speaks of Christ, and when you unveil as scales falling from your eyes, which happened to Paul, and you can see Messiah in the Scriptures, it becomes so much more clear and so much more understandable. It's like a veil is lifted. What did Chuck Missler say? The Old Testament is the New Testament. No, the New Testament is in the Old Testament concealed. Then the Old Testament is in the New Testament revealed. So there's a lot of stuff in the Old Testament that really isn't understandable until you read the New Testament, right? And a lot of stuff in the New Testament, especially Revelation, a lot of stuff in Revelation is written in code. A lot of the Revelation stuff that people are like dragons and horns and this and that. It's like the idioms written in Revelation are described. It's like the Old Testament is the dictionary for Revelation. So it's like you go and you read about horns and hills and eyes and dragons and women and blah blah blah, and then you go back into the Old Testament. It's like you find these words, you do word studies and such, and you're like, oh, hills refers to people, mountains refers to a lot of people, right? Oceans, it's like it's not literally a dictionary, but you can find the places where it'll say in the I'm not quoting scripture, but it'll say something like, and these were the mountains, and the mountains were the people, stuff like that, right? So it's like all of that code is decipherable in the Old Testament. So it's like they all work together. You know why? Same author, one guy. Scotty Richard Studio says, do you watch the Brylan and Lisa channel? He calls out corruption in the Christian music industry, prosperity gospel, LGBT being taught in churches. Good stuff. Well, that's not good stuff. But no, I have not. Oh, gosh dang it. I got a bruise on my leg. I don't know where it came from. Hey, yo, Bianca. What's up, dude? I enjoyed studying with Messianic Jewish churches. It feels like you are back in time. Interesting. All right. Well, I don't know what else to say. We're about half an hour into this, and I didn't want to be on here for too long. But DJ, yay, Bible stuff. I know. Although the Bible stuff seems to have cost half the audience, but hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is me. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt from last night because I just got up and I haven't taken a shower yet. I got up and I set my alarm. Here's a funny thing. I set my alarm for 9:05 because I thought I had to get my son to school by 9:30, which in retrospect doesn't make sense. But that's how I set my alarm when they told me what time he should be at school. So I wake up at like 8:30 and I just like, I don't, close my eyes and like try to go by. I click my phone. I look at the time. I'm like, oh, geez, too early. Wake up, click on my phone. Oh, still too early. I got out of bed at 9 o'clock, 5 minutes before the alarm went off, just because I was sick of waiting. Got my son ready, got him to school. I'm a half an hour late. That's the punchline. I'm an idiot. I don't even know how. And I'm walking with a lady to get my son all the way to his class. And I'm like, what time does school start? I set my alarm when they told me. And I don't. She's like, yeah, it starts at 9. So you can drop them off here at 8:50. Kids can be here as early as 8:30. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I know, fascinating story. But that's my life. So let's go. Thanks everybody for being here. I don't know when or what I'll be streaming about next, but if you have any suggestions, comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think I ought to cover should I be so bold as to start doing these streams more regularly once again. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next exciting episode of whatever the hell I do here.